Hi everybody, it's Dawn from Crafting on the Green. I hope you're well. Today I wanted to show you how to make this really fun little gift bag ready for Christmas. You can use any DSP. As you see here, I've got the nice gnome paper from the Kindest Gnomes, and here is the floral paper from the Abigail Rose Suite using the Cottage Rose stamp. So you can make anything Christmassy if you put Christmas on it, and I may choose to add a little bit of bling. But yeah, I just want to show you how to make the bag. The decoration is completely up to you. So let me move these out of the way. First of all, we need our trimmer and a sheet of 12 by 12 DSP. I'm going to use the gnomes again, but I think this time I'm going to use this side to be the outside of the bag. So first we just want to chop it to 12 by 6. Nice and simple. So you can get 2 bags per 12-inch sheet. And then I'm going to pop the trimmer out of the way. And I've been using my scoreboard, which I find much easier actually for things like this. So let's pop this on here. Now I'm going to score back to front. If you do, by the way, want to use a decorated pattern, you want it facing the other way up. So this would be your top and this would be your bottom. So you want to make sure that the pattern is horizontal on the page. As I'm using the other side, it doesn't really matter too much which way up it goes. So we're going to score. So pop the long side at the top first of all. We're going to score at 4 inches, 5.5, 9.5, and 11. So I'm going over it twice, but I'm not pushing too hard because with DSP you can risk it ripping. So especially if you use the trimmer, because it's a bit deeper. So just be aware of that. Now we want to turn it so the short side is at the top, and we're going to score at just 5 inches. Oh, there we go. Okay, so bring this in and put this one away. There we go. So you'll see all the score lines here. So what we want to do, it's very simple, this bag, really nice and quick, and I think it's so effective. We're just going to chop up all the small score lines up to this one long line that runs across. So just a little snip up each of the bits on the bottom. And if you get to a bit you can't actually see it, just fold it and pinch it. It might help you see it a little bit easier. Okay, so nice and easy to start with. Now I'm going to get my bone folder and we're just going to go over all of these bits. So you want to make sure it's nice and crisp. And once we've done this, the pieces will kind of fold into place on their own, which is really helpful. Okay. Oh, moving my bit around. I do recommend as well, when you're folding everything over, just make sure it actually lines up top and bottom and that you're not quite off. Because sometimes even with the scoring it can just not quite fit right. So just make sure it's actually where you want it to be. So now I'm going to take my Tombow and we're going to cover this panel here, the thinnest panel, in glue. So if you look, we've got the front, a side, back, side, extra bit to glue. Okay, so cover the extra bit to glue with glue. Okay, and then the way it's done, you should just be able to fold from what would be the middle and squish it down, and it should fit nice on there. We'll give that a moment. Then we've got most of our bag. We just need to make the base. So I start by folding out these bits. You will eventually fold them in, but for the start I find it easier just to fold them out. And we're going to fold in those two pieces here and pop some glue on. And fold over one of these. When you fold it over again, try to make sure it fits well, because that will make it stay straighter and that you're not putting anything out of position. So we're just going to add a bit more glue on this tab, fold this one over as well, and then I'm just going to hold it for a second. We are going to get it so that the middle takes as well, but I'm just holding the outside just to help that. Okay, I'll turn that around, then I'm going to get my bone folder and just pop it in there, just like that. Okay, so now we've got our bag. Doesn't look much like a bag at the moment, but what we're going to do, take your first finger and put it roughly in the middle of the sides, and then take your thumb and your second finger and you just gently push inside while you're pushing these two together, and then you'll see that these bits will automatically go in then as soon as they've started. So then we're just going to give that a pinch together. You'll see on the sides they've kind of gone in. If you want to, you can just push them all the way in so there's no poking out, or if you like the poking out bits, you can leave it as is. Completely up to you. So now that we've got this bit, we want to add in some holes. So I've got a really old clunky hole punch here. I'm sure you've got one that weighs less than a ton because it's quite heavy. I want to put a hole just to the inside of where the folds are. So you can measure if you like. I just want it to be about there. And then on this side, that would be about there. Something like that. You know me, I don't tend to worry if things are ever so slightly wonky, but as I say, if you want to measure, I will get my ruler. So this is approximately 1 1/16 in, and then 1 what's that, 5/16. So 1 1/16 to 1 5/16 in. Should be, yes, ever so slightly off, for about 1/16 out, and roughly, what's that, through 1 2 3 4 5 6/16, I think. Goodness me, my yeah, about 5 6/16, something like that, downwards. So just in case you're wondering, but obviously you can measure it however you fancy. So now that we've got to this bit, almost done. I've got some gorgeous ribbon here. This is the Evening Evergreen Open Weave ribbon. Because of my hole punch having quite large holes, I don't want to use a really thin thread. However, if you have something smaller and you have the metallic woven ribbon from the In Colours, I think this colour's gorgeous. Just so you know. So Evening Evergreen, or actually we could try, sorry, I've got my basket of ribbon in front of me. We could go for this ribbon here. That's quite nice. Or this I think will suit even better. Yes, nice pale green. So this is also an open weave ribbon, and this one is the soft succulent colour. So that goes quite well with that. So what I do, rather than cutting it and finding I've got the size wrong, I'm going to leave it all attached onto the reel, thread it through the hole, bring it back round and thread it through the other side. Get your handle to roughly how big you want it on this side, and then I kind of estimate that by the time I've tied a bow, I want something like that. So I'm just going to tie a bow right at the end. just a simple bow, well, and not even a bow, just something just like this. Okay, and then I'm going to trim off these bits here. So as long as they don't manipulate the bag too much, then that should absolutely hold itself. No reason why it wouldn't. And now we've got a bag. And with the knot, if you've cut it just about small enough, it will fit inside, so it's not visible from the outside. Got wonky again. But there we go. So as I say, you can add whatever designs you want. This one I have made for my granddad for Christmas, so I can't tell you what's in it. But you can fit a fair little bit in. Let me show you. I've got a tub of heroes here. One of the staples for any crafter's Christmas. And you can always fill it as well before you put the ribbon on. But you can get loads of these in. Like absolutely loads. And it depends where you want to fill it up to as well. So if you want it to be overflowing, it can be overflowing, or there's quite a lot in there. So you can just choose to add a bit of tape on the top just to help hold it together, just like I've done on this one. But yeah, absolutely loads you can get in there. So and the spinal size measures, so it's 1.5 inches on the bottom width, 4 inches along, and 5 inches is the height of it. So it's quite big, nice for little gifts. Anyway, rather than me rattling on, thank you ever so much for watching today. I hope you like the bag. I hope you give it a go. It's a nice straightforward one and nice and quick, and it also helps you use up that DSP that's been eluding you for ages. So yeah, have a wonderful time crafting. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will try to come back to you very soon with another video. Hopefully get some more Christmas ones in. Not long to go now. Thanks very much for watching. You take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.